Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, welcome back to another episode of rbPlays, all of Fabric 3. That's right, folks, we're back in our modded world doing all the cool modded things. My name is rbPlays. I am your humble host on this side of the screen. Thanks so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, get notified every time we put new content up on the channel. So last episode we did some stuff. We did some stuff and some things and did some cool things and stuff, and I have done a few things around the world, but as I log back in today, I'm noticing that a few of the things that I did in between episodes don't seem to be there, and I'm wondering if I have the same problem that your mama's Nuggets had with his world when he was doing his playthrough. I'm hoping that is not the case. But I also did have a hard drive failure, and so I had to copy some stuff over to a new drive, and I'm hoping that what I did was just not something that saved properly or whatever, and hopefully we can get it back. So one of the things that we're going to do today, I was messing around with these recyclers over here, right? These recyclers have the ability of taking scrap stuff like cobblestone and scoria stone and the rocky cobble, and just stuff that you don't generally want to ever use, and turn it into scrap, right? So if we look up scrap in here, you get these little pieces of scrap, right? And then these pieces of scrap get turned into scrap boxes, and the scrap boxes can be turned into other things. And I had a little temporary thing set up over here where all of these were being fed scrap from our mining turtles, and then it would be put into a assembler, an auto crafter, this guy, and then the auto crafter would take and turn the scrap into the scrap box, and then from there I was putting it into a scrap box inator, this guy. So the scrap box inator would take the scrap that you put in and turn it into some random item. You could get glowstone, you could get nether wart, you could get beds, basically any kind of item that you would possibly ever think of, like boats and small piles of dust and glowstone dust and bronze dust and mine carts and rails, and just basically anything, right? And I was talking with a few of the folks in my Discord area in the last live stream that I did from this world, and we were talking about UU Matter. And basically, in order to get to UU Matter, you need to get to scrap anyway. So UU Matter, to get to UU Matter, UU Matter. It's a matter fabricator, right? So this matter fabricator, this guy right here, which doesn't look, it looks complicated to make, but it doesn't look super complicated to make. I think we can probably do this. So what I'd like to do in today's episode is you feed this scrap, and then this turns the scrap into UU Matter, and then you can use UU Matter to make basically anything in the world that you need to make. And there's a few things that we probably should be looking at. One of the things that I was told to look for is platinum, because platinum is super hard to come by. And then there was one other thing, and that was iridium. You can make them both from UU Matter. So I think today's episode is going to be all about how we go in the process of getting to UU Matter. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get this whole area here set back up again to get the stuff auto fed into the recyclers here, and hopefully what the changes I make will stick. Here's hoping. I'm gonna do that in a live stream because reasons, and hopefully when I come back we'll have something set up here that we can do some UU Matter with. Okay, y'all, so I got this thing set back up, and mostly to where I had it before. We do need to get an auto crafter set up for here, but I also need to set up some patterns. So what we've got, let me just show you real quick. Back here on the backside, we've got an entangled chest that goes to a hopper. Unfortunately, the puller pipes can't pull from an entangled chest, and so you have to have another more vanilla inventory for the puller pipe to pull from. So the puller pipe goes into these pink pipes, and the pink pipes go into the backs of our recyclers, and the recyclers, as you can see, are steadily cycling through. Mostly steadily cycling through, and giving us fair bits of scrap. So now that we've got scrap set up, let's go downstairs and take a look at some patterns. We need to make some patterns for getting to the UU Matter fabricator, right? So one of the first things that we're going to need before we do anything, well, let's just look at the recipe. The recipe is kind of intense, right? So you need a couple of extractors. You need 4 energy flow trips. You need chips. You need a Laptronic energy orb, and you also need a couple of industrial machine frames. I don't recall the extractors being all that difficult. The extractors are just basic machine frames, electronic circuits, and tree taps. All of that's pretty straightforward. This is just sticks. I think this is just refined iron ingots, so that's easy. And of course, these are just copper wire, some refined iron, and some redstone. So those are simple, right? So we could make a recipe for that. Pretty handy. So let's just go ahead and do that. We'll make one of those. We need to make a recipe for a basic machine frame. I don't think I have that. I do have that. And I also have the recipe for this. So I just need a recipe for tree taps. So let's get that. Tree tap. That's just planks and sticks, so that's easy enough. So give me that and that. Cool. I think I know how to make sticks if I have to stick. I have 37. I do not have a recipe for sticks, so let's make a recipe for sticks as well. Stick block. No, this is what we'll use. So we have that. So let's go ahead and put this up here. Hello, Pigman. Let's go ahead and put this up here in this guy. These are all regular crafting recipes, so they can just go into our molecular assemblers. We'll put one of you right there. We'll put one of you right there. And then also right here. As far as the world corruption thing that we had going on, I think I fixed that. Like I said, I had an SSD that failed on me, and I think I've got it fixed. So hopefully. Anyway, let's go back down here again, and let's take a look at the patterns one more time. So to make the extractor, I should be able to make that, right? So give me 2 of those. Yeah, it looks like we can craft everything from that, so that's cool. And this was set for crafting patterns. Good. That's perfect. So now let's go back and look at the Matter Fabricator one more time. That gives us these. So the next thing I think would probably be easy-ish is probably going to be the industrial machine frames. Industrial machine frames come from chrome plates, titanium plates, and advanced machine frames. That could be a problem. Advanced machine frames come from regular machine frames with carbon plates and advanced alloy plates. Oof. Can I make carbon plates yet? No. Can I make advanced alloy plates? No. Okay, so it looks like I got a lot of recipes I got to try and set up. So I'm going to get back to my live stream, and we're going to set up some patterns, and I'll come back to you guys when I've got something to report. Okay, y'all, a little bit of time later, and we've been working away on recipes. So if we look at the Matter Fabricator, there's a couple of things that we needed to know how to make. Number one, we needed to know how to make extractors, and then we need to make these industrial machine frames. We have the auto crafting set up for advanced machine frames, but we don't have it set up for the industrial machine frame. To get to the industrial machine frame, we have to have chrome plates, and we also have titanium. One of the things that we need to make is one of the things we need to have to get chrome is we need to have a compressor, which we have, but then we also need to get a chrome ingot, which comes from a blast furnace, and the blast furnace gets its chrome dust from an industrial electrolyzer. So we need an industrial electrolyzer and a blast furnace. So let's see if we can create those. So let's do the industrial electrolyzer first. Electrolyzer. That'd be this guy. We can do iron plates, should be easy. Let's set up a pattern for iron plates because I don't have that. Whoops. Iron plate. That is a processing pattern. I do have iron plates, but I still want to make a recipe for it just because. So we'll do that, and we'll put that into our compressor. As soon as I find the compressor, there it is. So we got 2 compressors set up. That's smart of me. I don't know how I ended up with 2 of them, but hey, that's smart. And then we're ready for the electrolyzer for the most part. So electrolyzer, we need 2 of these. So electronic circuits. Nope. Advanced. We need 2 of those. Cool, we can make those. Yeah, nice. So that gives me that. And then the electrolyzer. In order to get to the industrial electrolyzer, we needed 2 of those. We need 2 extractors. So extractors, which we have auto crafting set up for that already. So we need 2 of those, right? 2 of those? Sure, give me 2 of those. Electrolyzer. I think... Oh, we need 1 of these too. So an advanced machine frame. Give me 1 of those. Auto crafting is the best, y'all. With auto crafting, oh man, just makes it so much nicer. So give me that. And that should finish up here pretty quick, yeah. And then we should be able to make an electrolyzer, right? Sweet. So electrolyzer, check. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now we just need a blast furnace. So blast furnace. Why can't it just be that blast furnace? Nope, can't be that blast furnace. All right, so blast furnace is another one that's pretty easy. We need electric furnaces. We need a couple advanced circuits. We need an advanced frame. So let's get those advanced circuits and advanced frames set up now. Advance frame, go, cool, and 2 of these. Can't do it yet. Still crafting this. We need some more crafting storage. That's key. I think I only have like one of the 16K ones. So start that. That takes care of that. So that gives us those. And then we're looking to do the industrial blast furnace. So we just need some of these. Now these are pretty easy. This is copper and nickel, and that gives us 3 of them. So we'll just make... Oh, do I not have any nickel? I don't have any nickel. Where does nickel come from? I could have swore I had nickel. Comes from nickel dust. Nickel dust comes... Oh, from an industrial grinder. Oh, or from an actual grinder. But where does that come from? Pulverizing. Looks like the only way to get that is from... Oh, we can get it from copper or gold in an industrial grinder, but we also have to have this sulfate stuff. Oh, no. You can also get it from a scrap box, which, oh, I probably had... Oh, you know what? We can probably get it... We have a lot of scrap in here, don't we? Yeah, we do. We should start processing that scrap. I know we're wanting to use that for UU Matter, but for right now, auto crafting... Oh yeah, I need to set up a recipe for that anyway, because that recipe got wiped out. We made a recipe for this in our live stream one time. Didn't work out so well, but that's fine. That's a crafting recipe. We need patterns. But we can go ahead and auto craft this. Don't have any glowstone. Cancel. So just give me 1 pattern for right now. We'll have to trade with the villagers and get some more glowstone. That gives us an auto crafter. So we'll put that right down here. Oh. That would be this pattern. Yeah, that's better. That's more gooder. Auto crafter. Can I make one now? Indeed I can. Cool. So give me that. We'll get this placed. We'll let it go ahead and process a lot of this ore or this scrap over here, right? So set you up like that, and then I want to grab Oh man, we're making good progress here. That's not the tool that goes there. That's not the tool that goes there at all. Where's my wrench? There it is. Let's try this one instead. That's more gooder. Now, scrap block is 9 of them, right? Yeah, it's 9. Okay, so give me these. Give me that. We're going to lock the recipe. I don't know if this is right or not. We're going to set this up to be auto input from over here and call it good. Yeah, that should be fine. So we give it power, and then it should start crafting up some of the stuff, right? So that would be like this, like that, and like that. And look, it's creating scrap boxes for us. That is pretty cool. All right, I'm going to let this do its thing for a little while, see if we can get any of the zinc, whichever metal it was. See if we can get any of that, and I'll come back to you guys shortly. Short time later, and we're making progress. We're actually making really good progress. What we did in a live stream is we did this all back here. So what we've got right now is we've got our recyclers and everything set up to get some of the materials that we need to be able to make our blast furnace. Right. So this industrial blast furnace or whatever it is, blast furnace. This guy right here. We need these copper nickel heating coils, right? In order to make those, you need nickel, and the only place that I found to get a relatively easy supply of nickel is from the recyclers. So what I've got is basically everything that's coming back from our mining turtles is going into this entangled chest, and then from the entangled chest, it's going into this array of recyclers. The only thing I'm looking for is stuff like this, right? And one of the things that we're looking for in here is nickel. So nickel. So you can see that we're getting nickel nuggets. We're also getting nickel dust. And as we get more and more of that, then we should be able to put the nickel back into like a furnace and turn that into nickel ingots, and then we should be able to do all the cool things. But what I'm slowly having problems with, what I'm slowly working on is getting this set up so that all of these little tiny pieces of whatever that I don't need, that they get recycled back through, and that we increase our chances to get the items that we so desperately desire, like all of these things here. So basically what I'm doing is setting up these storage buses to re-input items into other recyclers, so that as this stuff like this right here, oh, it's done. As this stuff gets processed, then the stuff that I don't want gets filtered back through again, and it tries to do the thing, right? So basically, as we get this scrap all going, that's kind of what we're looking at, and we can go, like, we take all this diorite here. We don't need all this diorite, so we can just plop all that in there like that. Over here, all of these things start recycling away, and eventually, excuse me, eventually we'll end up with some stuff in the scrap boxinator, and it will do its thing. So what I need to do now is over here, since we needed this nickel, we've got these 3 pieces of nickel dust that have come back through. So we're going to go ahead and put those into a furnace, and that should give us some nickel ingots. We need to do basically some AFK now and let this do its thing, which is going to take a little bit of time. Really going to take a little bit of time, because there's no guarantees that you're going to get nickel out of this. The only other place that I saw to get nickel, as a matter of fact, I don't think I saw any other place to get nickel. Nickel comes from smelting, which comes from nickel dust, which comes from small piles of nickel dust. You know what we could do? We could set it up so that we get those small piles as well. I'm not sure. Am I getting those? Am I keeping those? I am not. I should probably look back through here and see if that's something that I still have. Nickel. Not there. Not there. Not there. Aha, there. So if I take that out of there, then we should be able to get a small pile of nickel dust at some point, and we can put it in here and get rid of one of these things. Something that maybe we don't need. I don't really know. We shall see. Oh, look, a green bed. Let's get rid of that. There's so many. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, that's fine. So it's cool. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and AFK, let this thing do its thing. Hopefully, we'll end up with these with more and more nickel as time goes on, because without the nickel, we really can't progress any farther. Other than we do have our industrial electrolyzer, which that is probably going to get set up someplace. Oh, I don't know, someplace right along here, I guess. So if I take this and do this and put a block there, like so, and then do this like so, we can probably get that thing figured out as well. The industrial electrolyzer, as we put things into it, it will give us some very cool things. But I'm not ready to work on that yet because I still need the blast furnace. So I'm going to AFK. I'll come back to you guys as soon as I can. Hopefully by the end of this episode, we'll have enough nickel that we can complete this project. Okay, y'all, I think we have done just about as much as we can do for one day. I have been AFK for quite some time. So let me show you the back of this, and I don't think anything's changed since the last time we talked. But I did set up a cobblestone generator because what I was using was let's just go take a look at this. What I was using was my mining turtles, and I have a mining area set up down here. That's where all of my resources have been coming, and basically the whole time that I was doing this 32 by 32 area right here, I was feeding it into a filter pipe right here, and all of this stuff here was being filtered into the entangled chest, and it was going to our recyclers. Now, since I'm not doing any mining currently, now I need another source, and so figured the best choice was a cobblestone generator, and to do that, we actually have it set up right over here. It's just a single cobblestone generator, but it does the trick. As the cobblestone gets generated, the block breaker will pick it up. It'll put it into this hopper, which goes into the entangled chest, and voila, we have a supply. We have a supply of cobblestone going into our recyclers. And as a result of the stuff going into the recyclers, we are getting a supply of all of the scrap. And then the scrap gets sent into our scrapinator, right? And the scrapboxinator. Ooh, see, we have one item here that was not something that was filtered out already. So it's a good thing I came back there and checked. So now we can just go ahead and dump this in there and go ahead and do this. And now that item will also go in here. What I really wish would be the case with these is that you could whitelist them instead of blacklist them. Blacklist them instead of whitelist them, so that, or whatever it is. Basically, I want to set it up so that there's only a couple of things that I don't want it to do, and if I could just make it do that, that would be even better. But basically, items come in here, they get filtered in through this storage bus here, basically cobblestone, and then all of this stuff that I was getting from my miner, and then the scrap goes down through the hoppers down here, goes into the auto crafting table, which auto crafts it into a scrap box. That outputs it to here, to the scrapboxinator. The scrapboxinator gives us an item, and then this import bus takes it back over to whichever one of these has the item in it up to here, and it gets recycled unless it's one of these items. So glowstone dust, bottles of enchanting, any nuggets like this that we think we might want. So obviously the things that we're looking for are nickel. We are also looking for chrome, and we're also looking for titanium. So I'm taking the nuggets, the small piles, and the dusts for each of those. And up till now, we haven't gotten a lot, but we've gotten some, and it's a decent source of the things that you just can't get in world from any other means. So titanium, we have 5 titanium dust plus 4 titanium nuggets plus 4 small piles. I can take these and I can actually turn those into ingots. We also have platinum. So 6 pieces of platinum dust. That's a cool thing. And then also the other thing we were looking for was chrome. So chrome, there's that. So that's cool. And then, of course, the other thing that we needed to be able to make our industrial blast furnace, which is the thing that we're currently working on, is, of course, nickel. Nickel's not going very quickly, but it is a source of nickel, and we are getting, and you can't do that. Oh, you got to go in a blast furnace, don't you? Titanium, same thing, and then platinum. Platinum's fine. So once we get enough nickel, we should be able to finish up the ingots that we're kind of looking for here. So like chrome. In order to get a chrome ingot, that has to go into a blast furnace, and so once we have that, then we can start auto exporting all of this stuff into a blast furnace, and we'll get the items that we want. But sadly, I am out of time. So what I'd like to do first is this industrial electrolyzer. I'd like to get it hooked up to power, because there is something that I can get from the industrial electrolyzer, like chrome. I think chrome dust comes from industrial electrolyzer by using ruby dust and some empty cells, and that gives us aluminum and chrome, and we can also use Uvarovite dust. Uvarovite. I am discarding Uvarovite dust. I might want to keep that. I'll keep an eye on that. But let's get this thing hooked up to power at least, and see if we can do something with that. So give me some. We got all kinds of stuff in our inventory here. I went and took apart everything from the old cobblestone generator over at the other base, and so now I got all of that stuff in my inventory right now, and it is absolutely a mess, as per the usual. So we want, what am I looking for? I am looking for some fiber cables, some glass fiber cables. We have some. That might be enough. Let's go ahead and make a little more. We can start those. Yep. Cool. Give me those. We'll get some power to this guy, and then we'll put some items in here and see if it actually does what we want it to do, which I think it should. I don't want to tear that apart. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. We're gonna do this. So go like this, and doop, 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 and 4 would have been enough. But we have power. We need some overclockers, which I think I made those already. I have those on autocraft, so as long as I have the autocraft completed, we should be fine. Overclockers. Yeah, I did go ahead and make the overclockers. Cool. And then the other thing that we wanted to try and make some. Let's try and make some chrome dust. Give me that. So chrome dust is in the industrial electrolyzer. It's 3 ruby and 3 empty cells. So give me some ruby dust. Ruby dust, we have those. 1, 2, 3. And empty cells. I have some empty cells, yes. How many empty cells did I need for that? I don't remember. I have no idea. Let's check and make sure. Chrome. We'll have to set up some auto crafting for this to make sure that we get what we want when we want it, but 3 and 3. So 3 and 3 gives us some chrome. That's cool. Come over here and do the thing. Give me those, and then give me those, and give me those. Hey, look, we got aluminum and chrome. How about that? So I need to do some AFK. I need to let this thing gather up the nickel for me so that we can make the blast furnace. We'll do that next episode, but until then, we are out of time. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. The likes and subscriptions help out so immensely when it comes to those pesky YouTube search results. The other thing that helps out a lot is comments, so make sure you leave your comments right down here in the comment section below, and we'll chat about it. Leave your tips, your tricks, your pointers, your attaboys, your what in the world were you thinking, all that good stuff, and we'll chat about it in kind. Also, don't forget to stop by our Discord server where we talk about all things life, all things gaming, and all things Minecraft. But once again, folks, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we will catch you on the flip side. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.